This video segment introduces the EAS Challenge Script. The challenge script is available from the challenge portal, or from a challenge overview. The challenge script is for student use, and it can be viewed online, or printed for use in a lab area that is not equipped with computers. An editable version can also be downloaded and modified to better suit students' needs. Later, we will cover the Teacher Tools area, which is the equivalent to a challenge script for the instructor, where student handouts and rubrics can be downloaded, edited, and printed. Clicking the challenge script graphic located on the left side of the screen starts the challenge script viewer. Pressing Escape will minimize the viewer at any time. Pages can be turned by clicking the arrows on the edge of the page, or by selecting from the small pages displayed along the bottom of the viewer. The user can select from a variety of viewing preferences, including a presentation view, handy if you are stepping a large group of students through the process using a data projector. The magazine view is popular, and the paper view is a bit more like a typical PDF viewer. Let's explore the challenge script using the magazine view. Again, the challenge script can be navigated by flipping pages, clicking links in the table of contents, or by picking from the page selector at the bottom of the screen. The first step, pre-planning, is an option, and can be implemented at the discretion of the instructor. While the pre-planning process is not a part of the design loop, it introduces and reinforces many employability skills identified by the Department of Labor. Pre-planning forces participants to examine the skills possessed by the team's members, identify available resources, and organize their team according to criteria established by the challenge, the instructor, and the team members themselves. This process involves the research and establishment of job descriptions, resumes, job applications, and team organization. From there, the team proceeds to the first design loop phase, define problem. This phase guides the team through the process of identifying the problem, writing a problem statement, and identifying initial performance benchmarks for their solution. As with every EAS design phase, worksheets ask questions that keep students on task and prompt the team's progress through the challenge. The second phase of the EAS design loop is research and analyze. In this phase, students identify what they know about the problem, what they need to know to solve the problem, and what research tools are available for their use. Team members gather and organize pertinent information before proceeding to the brainstorming phase of the design loop. The brainstorm solutions phase of the design loop guides students through techniques of sharing and analyzing various ideas for solving the problem. This phase also introduces ideas for possible specialist tasks related to the challenge. For instance, if the job of draftsperson has been identified within the team, then that individual should start taking notes and making rough sketches of the ideas being discussed. The design solution phase of the process assumes that an idea has been selected by the team. During this phase, the team's intended solution must be presented, both verbally and graphically, to the instructor, always the boss in these scenarios. The instructor reviews the proposal, and either approves or disapproves of the solution before proceeding to the next phase. The build prototype phase will require the most dedicated lab time. The instructor should establish a time limit, and set attainable goals for the students. Students will submit a materials request for approval prior to beginning construction of their prototype. By the end of this phase, the team should possess a complete prototype. The next phase will determine whether the prototype solves the challenge. The evaluate solution phase forces the team to test their prototype against the specifications set forth by the challenge overview, the team's problem statement, and the set of performance benchmarks established in the defined problem phase of the challenge. Results of the evaluation will determine whether a redesign is required. If the instructor deems the prototype acceptable, a decision can then be made to have the team complete the optional presentation phase. The task of creating and delivering a presentation will reinforce the team's understanding of the challenge and the design loop process, as well as provide practice to refine presentation skills.